Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 8th of June. Hey, it's going to be hot and hazy today. Somebody somewhere could see an afternoon storm, but don't count on it. Let's check the Skycam shots around the network this morning. First off, from Inverness, skies mostly clear, rather hazy, and temperatures are mostly in the 70s. That's the Skycam in downtown Fayette up in northwest Alabama. And down to the south in Dallas County. That's the Selma Skycam as we look at the Edmund Pettus Bridge crossing the Alabama River. Big old nasty 588 bubble right on top of us. And, more than likely things won't change a lot today. Here's a look at highs yesterday, and look at the heat surging north. In Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, the high yesterday was 102. Wow. Saw triple-digit heat over a large chunk of West Texas, and around here highs were mostly in the mid-90s. If you're looking for cool weather, we would recommend Montana, where they saw highs only in the 50s up there. Watch warning map, just as quiet as a mouse. And the convective outlook today got the risks of severe weather well to the north, as you expect this time of the year. That's where the primary jet stream is located and will stay there typically through summer. In the QPF chart, that's not very encouraging. Rain for the next 5 days, valid through the weekend, Sunday evening at 7, suggesting nothing here. And, every day we're going to see storms out there, but they will be very widely spaced. And as I've often talked about, these maps are not all that helpful. You might have one little isolated storm that sits there and drops a half inch of rain on somebody, but, you go 2 miles down the road and there's nothing. And hopefully one of those will park over your neighborhood because we sure need rain, all of us. Rainfall deficiencies are in the 4 to 8 inch range for the year. Here's the tropical weather outlook. No help from the tropics expected with rain. Still got that broad low south of Cuba, down around Jamaica, but strong winds aloft are keeping that from developing. However, over in the eastern Pacific, the first tropical storm of the season for that basin, Adrian! Yeah, that thing's ramping up pretty quick. That's south of the Mexican coast. That should become a hurricane quickly by tonight, but then it weakens into a tropical storm late this weekend as it stays off the coast of Mexico in the Pacific. All right, let's look at modeling. This is the OZGFS, valid at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And again, little subtle differences will be the key in determining the coverage of the afternoon storms, and quite frankly, those can be hard to identify on these synoptic scale maps. But clearly today, the 588 ridge is right over us, and don't think the weather changes much. Mid-90s, and yes, there could be a storm today, but they should be very widely spaced. Tomorrow, the height levels come down just a snippet. I mean, you can barely tell that, but sometimes that can make a difference. We'll mention isolated storms in the afternoon, otherwise mid-90s, and the same thing on Friday. Just a very stagnant, stuck-in-a-rut kind of pattern. Saturday, starting off the weekend, things look the same. I promise we're showing you different maps. Just things aren't changing much. We'll go down below that, and the surface chart does show green, and that doesn't mean it's going to rain everywhere. That just means there could be a few little pop-up storms around during the heat of the day. And the same thing on Sunday. Highs should be in the mid-90s, 94 to 97. And, who gets the afternoon storms? Nobody knows. In fact, today, I don't know at, 5:20 this morning who gets them. But the chance is there. Monday of next week, ridge shifting a little to the west. We've got a northerly flow aloft. Just maybe something will push down in here from Tennessee, but again, don't count on it. There's Tuesday, looks pretty dry, and there's Wednesday, a week from today. We'll dig a little deeper a few days later. This is June 18th. A little trough axis beginning to show up here west of the state. The upper winds are a little fresher, and just maybe that will open the door for a slightly better coverage of scattered showers and storms. And the end of the forecast on June the 23rd. Again, there's still evidence of a weakness in the ridge here. And look at here. The GFS wants to bring up a little tropical system coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. And again, whether this happens or not, we don't know. But boy, wouldn't that be good if we had a disorganized tropical system, a depression, a storm coming up in here and just wetting things down for a couple of days. Not a dangerous hurricane. And this is the time for that to happen here in the early season. So keep your fingers crossed. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day and God bless.
Being Alabama's news leader means digging deeper to get you the facts, working harder so you have all sides of the story, and not being afraid to tell the truth. Every day you award us by making ABC 3340 Alabama's most watched news. And now the Associated Press has named us Alabama's most outstanding news operation. That's 9 times since 1996, more than all other stations combined. And that's 9 more reasons you should trust the news leader. ABC 3340.